I'm Chris Sadler with York County Fire and Life Safety. I'm Assistant Chief of Technical Services and Special Operations. We're located in Southeast Virginia, in between Williamsburg and Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. Our department is approximately 145 career personnel and about 10 volunteer. We cover an area that is mostly suburban, in between many military bases, naval weapons stations, Army base, Coast Guard stations, and Langley Air Force Base is all in our surrounding area. We cover approximately 17 miles of interstate, and we also have one of the busiest thoroughfares right through the center of our county, US Route 17. We currently are taking delivery of 2 Pierce Enforcer rescues. One will be stationed at the upper end of our county, which runs the majority interstate and tourist area from the Williamsburg, Jamestown area, and another rescue that'll be at the lower end of the county that is mostly more of our suburban area, homes, the military bases and so forth at that end of the county. We chose Pierce. We've been a Pierce customer since 1998. These last 2 trucks here, these heavy rescues, will complete our fleet of all Pierce First Due equipment. So this truck, a lot of design went into this truck. They're replacing 2 1995 medium-duty beverage-style rescue body trucks. So we had a lot of input from our users. We worked really hard to make sure we were taking into account what it is that they do every day and what they needed in these vehicles. So we'll walk around the truck. One of the first things that we did is we put a compartment on the side of the cab that allows the driver and the officer to store their turnout gear and some of their other personal effects. A lot of our members are on specialty teams, and they have other special equipment that they're required to carry with them every day. So this gives them an extra place to store the equipment without putting it where everything typically lands in the floor of the jump seats. Some of our other features on the trucks include tie-offs, 9,000-pound tie-offs for rope rescue work, also for stabilizing vehicles on the side of the interstates that have gone down the embankments. We have awnings on the side on both sides of the trucks. This gives us the ability to shade our firefighters. Skin cancer is one of the things we always try to work to prevent, and having a place where we can do rehab and get our firefighters out of the sun and get them cooled off and out of the UV rays is something that's a concern of ours. Coming around to the back of the truck, we have a cascade system, a dual bottle cascade system. We also have high pressure and low pressure air reels. On the front bumper, we've got 2 hydraulic reels. We also added a 3rd hydraulic reel in the rear of the truck just for such instances where this may be closer, or we do need a 3rd reel in operation for a ram or another cutter or spreader. Also on top of the truck, we have twin coffin compartments. Again, we run a lot of interstate and a major highway through our jurisdiction, and it's important that we carry a lot of oil dry, a lot of booms, a lot of absorbent pads. So having those coffin compartments to store some of that equipment that's not used very often, but it's still needed on our calls, was important. We also carry 250 pounds of oil dry with a hopper that dispenses it underneath the truck. All of our First Due engines, ladders, and rescues are also staffed with paramedic personnel and advanced life support equipment. So inside our cab of this vehicle, we have a Mermaid climate-controlled drug box and IV fluid storage system. It allows us to store our pharmaceuticals and our IV fluids in a climate-controlled environment. We are in Southeast Virginia, so it can be 50 degrees one day and 90 degrees the next day. So it's pretty important to us to be able to control those drugs, keep them from spoiling, and keep them from being too hot or too cold when administering to our patients. So we try to instill crew resource management in our personnel in our department. So one of the things that we've done through some input with our members is we install speedometers on the passenger side of the vehicles. It allows the personnel in the back of the truck and the officer to be able to monitor the speed. A lot of times with the sirens going and just the adrenaline flowing, you sometimes don't know how fast you're actually going, and this allows everybody in the cab to be part of the driving to the scene and help the driver with maintaining safety while responding. So one of the things we learned with the 20 years of running our previous rescues was the need to have our hydraulic reels more readily accessible and quicker to deploy when we pull up on an extrication incident. So we located 2 reels and we're going to mount some of the tools in the front bumper, which gives it quicker deployment, makes it lower to the ground for our firefighters to deploy, and also by putting it at the front of the truck, it's typically going to be closer to the incident upon arrival. So thank you for watching. Again, my name is Chris Sadler, York County Fire and Life Safety, York County, Virginia.